Hello, Captains. It's the Doctor. Welcome back to more Let's Play Star Trek Online on Rami Summers, our tactical character, flying a patrol escort. We are level 55 right now, getting closer to 56, but of course, as we get closer and closer to 60, it seems like it takes more and more to get to 60. Anyway, we are in the Delta Quadrant. We have done some patrols. We have met Neelix. We have done a few things, but there's this big enemy, this big bad out there. And in this mission today, we're going to find out who that big bad is in the Delta Quadrant. Also, something a little special going on. Cryptic, right now, for whatever reason, is having a promotional event where they're giving away some items like every day or every other day or something like that. All you have to do is go to the Z store and go to the promotions tab and see if they're giving away promotions. And as you can see, here's today's promotion. It's a duty officer. This is Neil Falconer. Claiming this item will grant you a duty officer named Neil Falconer. This is a Borg warfare specialist that can be claimed once per character. This can be claimed at any level, but you must be at least 11 to unpack the item. So let's go ahead and claim him. It's a duty officer. Done and done. There we go. Let's open him up. And as you can see, he is a ground warfare specialist. So this means increased damage versus Borg. If you set him to active ground duty, he will increase all of your damage output when in combat versus Borg on both space and ground maps. That's weird that it says space maps, even though this says it's a ground warfare specialist. So I'm a little confused. Is that a typing error there, or does this really help with space combat as well? Because it says will help with all of your damage when in combat versus Borg on both space and ground maps. But it says it's a ground warfare specialist. Ground. Does not affect enemy players. Stacks with other Borg warfare duty officers. He does not count toward the player's ground warfare specialist equipment limit when placed on active duty. It's only a plus 5% all damage. The other warfare specialist for ground and space on Borg is plus 10%, so this is a little less, but he doesn't count toward your warfare specialist on active duty, so that means you can have two warfare specialists. You can have the other one, the main one they have, which is real expensive, and you can have this one. My only question is, does it really work in space? Because it's called a ground warfare specialist, yet here it says it works both on space and ground maps. So I'm a little confused. There's a contradiction there, and I'm not sure which one is correct. I guess I'll try to find out an answer to that, though. But anyway, we're not fighting any Borg right now, and throughout the entire Delta Quadrant stuff, and even through the Iconian stuff and everything, we're really not going to be fighting any Borg at all. The only Borg that I'd be fighting is when I do STFs for the Omega Marks. We can go ahead and put him on active duty. He really won't do anything for us, though, unless we're fighting Borg. But I guess, why not? Let's go to duty officers. What was he under? Roster. Yeah, there we go. Neil Falconer, there he is. We'll put him on active ground duty. See, it's putting him on ground, not space. So that's why I'm curious if he really does work in space or not. Anyway, I'll assign him to active duty. But again, it won't really help us unless we're fighting Borg. But eventually I will be fighting some Borg. I'm going to be doing STFs and all in the future, so might as well. In fact, it would probably benefit us, because I haven't really showed you guys this, how you can go through and set active duty officers. I really didn't plan to do this in this video, but just real quick. When you go to your duty officers, they have specialties. Like if you click them, it says here, chance to reduce the time for any subsystem targeting attack to attack to recharge after use. 50% chance to reduce remaining recharge time by 5 seconds. All of your duty officers have some kind of ability, specialization. And if you put them on active duty, you benefit from that specialization, but you have to put them on active duty to do it, and you're limited to only 5 spaced offs and 5 ground offs to do that. Like this one is a chance to reduce the time. Oh, we just went over that. Here's a projectile one. Chance to reduce the time for torpedoes to recharge after use. That one doesn't have a specialization. Neither does that one. Oh, that's because these are emergency R&D holograms. Shield Distribution Officer. While Brace for Impact is active, there is a chance you will restore a small portion of your shields each time you are damaged. So, you know, there's stuff like that. I need to go through these and see which one would benefit my character most, and put them on active duty, because it would make our ship better. Our ship and our ground. It would make us all better, all around. Chance to beam down additional security escorts when security team is used. 20% chance to beam down an additional level 2 security escort 2 crew. Well, that's beneficial to me. I'm a tactical character. I use security escort, so this is something that would benefit me. I'm going to go ahead and put that on active ground duty, because that's an ability that will help me when I use security team. And obviously, rarity is the higher the rarity, the better the better it is, basically. Now, this is an armory officer. This is about plasma turrets. Well, I'm not using any plasma or phaser turrets or anything, so that one's not going to help me. I'm not an engineer. So you've got to make sure that you put on active duty only the ones really that will help you. A lot of these are recharge time reduction. That one is fabrication engineer. More holograms. Recharge time reduction for engineering team. Could be interesting. Chance to reduce the time for all deflector abilities. I really need to go through all of these and see which ones. I don't have a lot, so I guess I really don't have that many to go through, do I? I don't use charged particle burst. I don't use that. Ground adds a damage resistant debuff on most science kit debuffs. I don't have a science kit. Let's go back up. Look under here again. Reduce the time recharge when using subsystem targeting. I don't use subsystem targeting, so see, those won't benefit me. Now, this one I do use. Chance to reduce the time for torpedoes to recharge after use. Does not work with the Omega Plasma torpedo launcher. Well, that's fine. I'm not using it. 20% chance to improve the recharge time by 2 seconds. I mean, it's not a lot, but hey, let's go ahead and put that on active space duty. It's something. And I can always change these out in the future as I get better ones or whatever. I don't really use Brace for Impact that much, but maybe, I don't know. Oh, this one's better. This one's 5 second. Reduce a projectile weapon by 5 seconds, so I'm going to take this one back off. And I am going to go back and put Law on. So there we go. Chance to reduce the time for torpedoes to recharge. This is a 20% chance to improve recharge time by 5 seconds, so that's better. No, already got one of those. No, I don't use subsystem targeting, so yeah, I guess that's really about all I can do here right now. Chance to beam down additional, so I already got that one on. Chance to beam down additional security escorts, no, I'm already using one. Phaser is not going to help. Security, I've already got that, so that won't help. That won't help. Do I have, do I have that? I think I do. Do I use engineering team on this character? I forgot. Yeah, I got engineering team, so I could have that ability. Recharge time reduced for engineering team by 2 seconds, and buffed starship hull repair when use of engineering team. +5 starship hull repair, reduces engineering team recharge by 2 seconds. It's not a lot, but I'll put that on active space duty because I do have engineering team, and I do use that. So there we go, I got that. Oh, you know what? That one's better. There's always one that's just a little bit better, apparently. This one's 20% chance. No, where was I? That's ground. It's down here. +8 starship hull repair and 6 seconds. So that one is a little bit better. So yes, we will put it on active duty. Good. I don't use deflector. These other ones are more sciencey. I don't use that. So we didn't have a lot to add, but I do have two. I got Law here. He's reducing my recharge time on torpedoes, This person is reducing my recharge time for engineering team, and then on ground, when we fight Borg, I'll do some extra damage versus Borg, and then this one is going to help me beam down more security escorts, or a chance to, when I use security team. So there we go. There's a few doffs that I have added I didn't have before, and I should have gone over that previously, I guess. But we did it now, and I need to keep, as we get more doffs and, more things like that in the future, need to make sure to put doffs on active duty because they do help you. They do help you. Okay, there we go. Now let's do this next mission. We are at Revelations. A distress signal from a Federation vessel leads you to the heart of the crisis in the Delta Quadrant.
We've received a distress call from the USS Callisto, which was on a research mission in a little explored area of the Delta Quadrant. We're not sure what happened to the Callisto, but we need someone to check it out. There are a lot of people on the Callisto, good Starfleet officers and researchers. Bring them home.
Okay, go to the deep space signal location and help the Callisto. Vodwar cluster torpedo, if we needed one, right there. Of course, I guess that kind of gives away who the enemy is, doesn't it? Alright, let's go down here. Oh, it's way down here, pretty far. Well, that'll take a while to get there. What will it cost me? How many energy credits do I have? 124,000. I got a lot of things to sell eventually here. Let's just do it. I don't want to wait. I'm ready to get this going. We transwarped inside of our slipstream. Alright, begin Revelations. Sir, we've arrived at the location of the distress call. We're no longer receiving her distress beacon, but sensors are picking up debris consistent with a Luna-class Federation starship. There might be some survivors. Scan the wreckage. Scanning. No luck, Captain. Sensors aren't reading any life signs. The Callisto had a crew complement of 350. Unfortunate. We can't identify who attacked her. Sir, we have an incoming message. It's from the outpost station. Let's hear it.
This is 7 of 9, part of a Federation research team assigned to the USS Callisto. My team and I were investigating this outpost when the defense systems activated and destroyed the ship.
Wow, so here we go. 7 of 9. 7, this is Admiral Rami Summers of the USS Arrow. We responded as soon as we could.
I am aware of your service record.
Oh, you are?
Thank you for responding to our request for assistance. I was able to deactivate the outpost's defenses, but the system sent out an automated distress signal upon shutdown. It is logical to assume that someone will be arriving to investigate. Please transport my team and me to your ship. I will be of more assistance to you there.
Okay. Let's beam over the survivors.
Long-range sensors are picking up inbound energy signatures. Voth ships. They must lay claim to this system.
Uh-oh.
Attention trespassing endotherms. You are trespassing in Voth-aligned space. Surrender now, and we will allow you to live out the remainder of your lives on a prison world.
No, we're not going to be made into prisoners. Time to fight. They all disappeared.
Target shields have failed. Core shield failing.
hate those
Shield failing.
impenetrable shields they have.
Target shield has failed.
Alien vessel, you have violated a Voth facility and will be...
That's a lot of Voth ships. I don't want to deal with that many Voth ships. Oh good, I don't have to.
Where are
Incoming
they
distress
going?
call.
It's not like the Voth to leave a battle they would have clearly won.
That is odd. Sir, we are receiving a distress call from the Teray homeworld.
This is a general distress signal for any ships in range. This is the Teray homeworld. We are under attack by an unknown force of immense power. We require immediate assistance.
Who exactly are the Teray?
The Teray are a spacefaring culture that Voyager encountered in 2376. They claim ownership over the underspace, which are corridors through subspace that significantly shorten travel times here in the Delta Quadrant. Command has been attempting to contact them, without success. Access to the underspace would be a distinct advantage for our fleets.
Do you think the Voth are the ones who attacked the Teray? They left so quickly.
That is one possibility. To my knowledge, the Voth and Teray are not enemies. However, there is still much we do not know about the Delta Quadrant.
Perhaps a show of good faith would be in order. Just our one little ship, though? Against that many Voth? Or whatever? Yeah, I don't think so. Not a good move. We need more ships. Why just send me? What am I gonna do? While the one little tiny ship.
We have arrived in the Teray system. The Voth ships are in combat, but they are not engaging Teray vessels. Their opposition does not conform to any known ship in the database.
Whatever they are, they're packing quite a punch. Yeah, if they can take out the Voth, I would say they are packing quite a punch, because the Voth are a formidable enemy. Very advanced enemy.
Whoever these assailants are, their technology is exceptional. Even the Borg do not have ships such as these.
Of course not. The Borg have cubes. Nobody else has cubes. You could also say nobody has ships like the Borg. Alright, anyway, defeat incoming attack group. Oh, good. This
Warning.
will be fun.
Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Rear shields failing.
There's that weapon I
Left shield
hate.
failing.
Gosh. My hull, my poor hull. I figured I might have a hard time with the Vodwar. They're one of the tougher enemies in this
Hull
game.
integrity below 75%.
There's like a red. That tricobalt.
The
mine.
Voth and whomever they are.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 75%.
Weird. Okay.
The Voth and whomever they are fighting are speaking on an open channel. We can listen to their communications.
Your defense of the Teray thieves will be your undoing.
The Teray and Voth have a long-standing allegiance. The Teray's exothermic nature makes them superior to the other feeble races of the Quadrant.
Then you will be loyal to the death.
Wow. Okay.
The surface of the Teray homeworld is being devastated by the debris from the Voth vessels. The Teray do have a defense network of satellites and shields that is capable of protecting them, but the control network is offline. This was intentional. Their attackers deliberately targeted the area during the initial assault. There is a secondary command center on the outskirts of one of their major settlements. If we transport directly there, we will be able to restore the control network.
Sounds like a plan. Some ground combat now.
The invaders attacked this facility, but they did not do significant structural damage. They were, however, able to take down the control network controlling the orbital defense grid. That defense grid is the only thing capable of stopping all of the debris from the battle in orbit from raining down on the planet. Small pieces will burn up in the atmosphere, and your ship's weapons can deal with some others, but a significant percentage will get through. Until that grid is operational, there will be widespread devastation.
So let's help the Teray. Before I do that, really quick, we've got our weapon, of course, the split beam projector. What I wanted to find out, what kind of weapon this really is. Split beam energy, I don't know. The reason why I'm trying to figure out what kind of weapon this is because I want to make sure I have the correct ground traits enabled for it. What do I have going right now? Right now I don't have... Oh no, I do have... No, I don't have anything. For example, you got rifle training, pistol training, assault training for your weapon, which is what when I get to 60 for sure I'm going to use. I just don't know, is this a rifle or is this a pistol or is this an assault weapon? I don't know what type of a weapon it is. Is there a way to find out? Maybe I can actually. Where is Herald Anti-Proton Beam? Well, it's obviously being the current skills I have are definitely helping it, but it doesn't tell what kind of weapon it is. I'm gonna have to ask around to find out specifically. Split beam projector. I guess that it is... It's either an assault weapon or a rifle. I don't think it's going to be a pistol. So if anybody out there knows which type it actually is, let me know. So I want to make sure to put the right skill for my ground weapon, because I want to increase the damage by, you know, plus 5%. I want to use that. Okay, alright, anyway, let's move on.
There was a firefight here. One of the Teray is injured, but his condition is stable. He may be able to give us more information about the invaders.
Good, we'll help him and maybe he can answer some questions. Help me.
Thank you. My name is Bellis. You're from Starfleet, right?
Yes, we'd like to know what happened here.
The ships emerged from the underspace, and they were too close for our defense grid to stop the launch of drop pods. In minutes, they had knocked out the grid controls, and we were defenseless. We barely had time to transmit a distress signal.
Who are the attackers?
The attackers were Vodwar.
Vodwar.
Voyager did indeed interact with one of our corridors, but instead of deleting the info as we requested and going on their way, they revived our greatest enemy.
We didn't know.
All of this destruction, every death, it's all Voyager's fault.
We didn't
Impossible.
know.
It cannot be the Vodwar. I would know.
Well, have you confronted them previously?
This is all my fault. When we first encountered the Vodwar, they were in cryostasis. I foolishly awoke their leader in a moment of curiosity. I didn't know their history. They were conquerors, despots. The Vodwar used underspace to rule the Delta Quadrant for decades. It was only when the other races banded together that they were defeated. At the time we encountered them, when I awakened them, Captain Janeway said she probably would have done the same thing. But it wasn't her choice, it was mine. I am responsible. However, the Vodwar we encountered did not have a level of technology like what we face here. This is far beyond anything the Vodwar are capable of developing in such a short amount of time.
So now we form a plan of
My
action.
analysis remains unchanged. We need to restore functionality to the defense grid. There are 4 nodes located on the edge of this complex. We must restart these nodes and realign them to the central tower to re-establish the grid.
I'll go to the central tower and start the initialization sequence.
Open sesame.
I blame myself for the Vaadwaur's return. It was a door best left unopened.
Still doing a lot of damage, though, on the ground here. Not really complaining. I haven't even used any of my abilities. I'm just shooting them, and they go down pretty good, so not too terribly bad. Because I've upgraded this thing to Mark 14, so that's kind of nice. I wish I had the other one, though. I'm going to show you... Well, I can't show you. I can show you if I go to Drazana, but the one I really want is the Herald Beam Projector, the other one that you get from the low-buy store, but it costs like 200 low-buy, which I don't have on this character, of course. No low-buys. So this is all I got, but this is not bad. This is not a bad weapon at all, especially now that it's upgraded. And again, if I put that trait to it where it can increase its damage by 5%, that would do even more. So, not bad, not going to complain. My inventory is now full, I am realizing. I need to go clean this out after this video. I forgot to do that after the last one. So now I've got a really full inventory.
Complete these steps in the correct order to initialize and align the node. First, you must reboot the core matrix.
Core matrix.
Next, you must charge the capacitive relays.
Relays.
Finally, you must establish the satellite uplink.
Uplink. So we want matrix. We want relays. And then we want...
Complete these steps in the... First, you must... Next, finally...
I don't know, uplink. Then we want uplink. The option wasn't coming up.
Uplink established.
Yay, I did a thing. Next. I'll use security team a little bit later on when I need it, and we'll see if that DOF is working. Right now, I don't really need it. I mean, I vaporized that guy in one shot.
When we first rescued the Vaadwaur, we thought we could be allies.
Personal shield losing power.
They're going down like butter. However, butter goes down. Give me control.
Analysis complete. Perform these steps in the correct order.
Go on.
First, you must launch the startup sequencers.
Startup sequencers.
Next, you must reinitialize the kinetic dampeners.
Kinetic.
Finally, you must...
Uplink. Sequencers. Takes so long for the buttons to come back. Kinetic. And then uplink.
Defense node online.
Yay, I did another thing. Moving on. At the end of this ground mission here, we have a huge battle to attend to. So that's going to be our opportunity to use my security team. And we'll see if that DOF gives me some extra security team people. There's only a chance that it will, so it's not a 100% chance, unfortunately. hate that shield thing they do. Gotta shoot the guy who's doing the shield, then I can take him out. There we go. Again, I just want to watch the space on my inventory. I want to collect everything, yet I still need to leave room for my rewards.
When Admiral Tuvok asked me to leave my post at the Daystrom Institute to assist the Callisto, I thought the probability of seeing Vodwar was statistically insignificant. We must inform our superiors about the Vodwar threat.
Personal shield losing power.
Nice. I'm gonna ignore the lockbox. I don't have a key anyway, and I can get lockboxes easily. All right, let's do this.
I have completed my analysis. First, you must access. Next, you must charge the capacitor.
Relay,
Finally, you must
uplink. AI relay uplink. Relay. And uplink. Yay.
uplink reinitialized.
I did a third thing.
Personal shield losing power.
And this should be the last
We
one.
had to ally ourselves with the Teray to escape the Vodwar. My analysis of this node is First, you must
AI,
next you must
kinetic
finally you
relay. AI. Kinetic. And relay. Yay, I did a fourth thing.
connection reestablished.
I did all the things. Activate. There you go.
Starfleet, I need assistance at the central tower.
Okay, go to the landing pad, because apparently, even though we got a shield up, the Vodwar are coming in for attack. And there'll be a lot of them. Let's heal this guy first so that he's ready. Okay, everybody ready? 7. You took forever to get here. Oh, there was another one to heal. Because they'll fight, but you just have to heal them so they can fight.
Your team did an excellent job getting the defense nodes back online and realigned to the central hub here. The restart process will take some time, but the defense grid will be active in about 2 minutes. We'd be in good shape.
Well, it interrupted me anyway, so I guess I can't hear all of his speech. It's time to go to war. Oh, Bellis fell down. He did not last long.
Your team, we'd be in good shape if the Vodwar hadn't launched more assault pods. These are mobile transporter pads used to bring more troops to the surface rapidly. I assume they're coming to stop us from restoring the defense grid.
Basically, we gotta hold him off. Gonna grab
The
this
Teray
kitty.
took control of underspace after the Vodwar were defeated.
Here we go. I'm
Clearly
gonna call
the
in
Vodwar
security
object.
team. I did only get 2, okay.
Personal shield
Maybe?
losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Oh, we'll do it again in a minute.
Personal shield losing power.
Vadwar reinforcements approaching.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
The Vadwar are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Oh, come on, 7. I think we're doing pretty good. Yep, my inventory is full.
The Vadwar are tenacious fighters. We must be more so.
More security. Still only got 2 that time. Oh well.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Cutscene.
We can't keep this up forever!
Personal shield losing power.
What is that?
Voth. They're here to save the day,
Flanking damage detected.
and I am dying, and I'm dead. Well, most of my team is dead. Let's just respawn. Bellis is down too. But we got the Voth here helping us, so that's cool.
Enemy targets on sensor.
They got a mech armor and everything. Okay, we did alright.
Personal shield losing power.
Love that, whatever it is. From the Voth. I want to get all this loot, but I don't have room. Let's get rid of some of the small stuff and pick up some of this other stuff. Sir, I'm receiving a message from the Era. The Vadwar are retreating to underspace. Even with their defense grid online, the Turay couldn't have defeated them. Why leave before they finish the fight? Odd.
It is not odd. Voth reinforcements have entered orbit. These Vadwar do not want to do battle with an obviously superior force.
Really? Because I seem to remember the Vadwar tearing your ships apart.
While we did sustain great losses, we have made good on our agreement with the Turay. Bellas, we have restored your defense grid.
7 and I've restored the defense grid, you mean?
I'm not interested in petty squabbling about who did what. The grid is restored and we are safe. That's all that matters.
Sir, the USS Voyager has entered orbit. Admiral Tuvok is requesting to beam down to your position. Granted.
Seven of 9.
Admiral?
We detected the destruction of the Callisto. What?
It was your fault! Your ship invaded the Voth outpost! You woke the Vadwar!
Vadwar. Interesting. Starfleet intelligence did not consider them a threat. We believed their numbers were few and their technology outdated.
Then you were wrong! The Vadwar have returned, and no one is safe.
I see. 7. Voyager could use your expertise again. Will you return to the ship?
That would be acceptable.
Very well. We will take the other survivors from the Callisto as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Voyager, 2 to beam up.
Okay. 7 of 9 has safely arrived on Voyager, and the Vodwar threat on the ground here is over. The Voth commander has indicated his forces will deal with any remaining hostiles. We're cleared to return to the Arrow on your command. Not just yet. I'm gonna pick up all this loots. Because I'm going to go on a selling spree. Get some good energy credits. Okay, I think that's everything. Just double check real quick. Cool. Alright, let's beam up to ship.
Thank you for assisting 7 and lending aid to the Touré. However, the discovery that our old foes, the Vodwar, have made such a leap in technology and are now threatening the entire quadrant is troubling.
I agree.
Without your help, my team and I may have been killed by the Voth. Now, however, I must turn my attention to the Vodwar. I am responsible for their return. I must assist in their defeat.
Until next time, leave the system.
I've read Admiral Janeway's mission logs from Voyager. It would be troublesome enough to have the Vadwar return in force. They're an aggressive and difficult species. But if they have technology and forces that can defeat the Voth, this does not bode well.
Indeed. Let's take a Vodwar cluster torpedo. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Did it put that in there? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Good. Alright, so that's the mission, everybody. We have learned that the big bad is the Vodwar, and they have technology that rivals the Voth now, which is quite surprising because they were 900 years out of date when they were revived. So the fact that they can now take on the Voth, something is up. Something is definitely up. Well, in the next mission, we don't really have a mission per se. It's more patrols like we've done before, but they do have a storyline that goes on. And then after we get done with enemies in all usual places, we're going to get to the Kabali, and I plan to do the entire Kabali surface missions in one episode. So I will just do one video on like the whole Kabali front, like literally. So that will be interesting and kind of lengthy, but that's all we really need to do. We don't need to drag it out. We'll just make it all one thing. And I'll show you how you can earn a bunch of Delta marks by doing it. So it's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I have forgotten that, you know, we are leveling up the Delta reputation now. Just started it. So want to keep that going. And I forgot to do that. But, yeah, we'll keep that going. And, you can see that this one daily took us halfway to Tier 1, so the second daily we're doing now, we will complete Tier 1 of the Delta Alliance easily. So this should go not too terribly. 1 and 2 go pretty quick. It starts slowing down once you get to 3. But we will use what we can. We don't have enough marks to buy anything, but we can definitely add the traits. For example, we've got these space and ground, traits that become available when you unlock each tier, and you add those traits under your ground reputation and space reputation traits. So we can start adding some of those reputation traits to our character to make her a little bit better. So we'll continue doing that. And then of course we've added doffs now, so that makes her a little bit better, and we'll keep adding more as we get better ones. And then the only other thing is I do want to find out what type of weapon that staff is that I'm using, so I can be sure to put the right trait towards it so we can do more damage on that. The only next thing really after that is that I want to increase my defenses on ground, because this armor is showing its age. While it's okay, there is better out there, especially reputation gear. I would like to have a better, a complete 3-piece ground set that's pretty cool. And the Delta Alliance ground set is pretty cool, and I would like to have it, but I would need a lot of Delta marks and stuff to get all that, but that'll have to come later down the road. Anyway, we'll just keep doing it one mission by mission. But what I'm going to do now is go sell some stuff. I will use the exchange, of course, to try to get the most money I can for items and get as much energy credits as I can. And in turn, I'm going to use those energy credits to help upgrade my weaponry more on my ship as well. There are lots of things here that need upgrading, I'm aware of that. I just haven't had the resources to do it until now. Until recently. So one thing I did upgrade though is I put one of these rare phaser turrets, crit D and damage, back here. I had it was a mission reward previously, and not a reward, just a drop, I think. And I had it in my inventory, and I saw it, and I was like, well, it's a better turret than I was using. It's rare, and it's got 2 modifiers on it, so let's add it. So I do have that turret going, but obviously, I want to have better tactical console, and I would like to have higher level weapon and all that stuff. Just it all comes down to resources and having the energy credits and everything to purchase those things, which I do not have yet. As you can see, 86,000 energy credits will not buy you very rare cannons and tactical consoles and all that stuff. So it'll all come in time as I keep developing the character and keep working on it. That's how it goes. That's how you do things. Alright everybody, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.